Aw, come on, the barrier hurts me? Fuck off. Fucking hell. Fuck. Die, you motherfucker! I know a LOL's way to win this. Use your fishing rod on him. He won't know what the fuck to do with that thing. Really? You can beat him with the fishing rod? That's pretty funny. How you doing, Shatara? Do not think this ends here. The history of light and shadow will be written in blood. Yes, he'll be stunned for a few moments, leaving him wide open for an attack. Just keep alternating fishing rod strikes with sword strikes. Right. That's pretty cool. He fucking broke his neck. That took way too long. Hi, Zebras. I didn't know he was still here. There's two men black is making like pile of bullshit. Right. That dungeon. You should try and beat it. Hey, you were on the box. Midna is so much better as a sidekick than... What, say something? You let me press on. Midna is so better as sidekick than that little fairy thing. I even forgot its name. But everything inside it one-shots me. Every enemy's fucking Sonic and have stupid HP. You need to level up, droider. What was that little fairy's name? I even forgot his name. Time for end scenes and credits. Yep. What was the little fairy called? Can you guys help me with the name? What fairy? The fairy that's the sidekick in the other, like in Majora's Mask and... I don't know if it was Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time and stuff like that. The little one that says, "Hey, listen! Look! Hello!" You know. He just hit through his friend's hand in the back. Ah, come on, you guys. Name? The name? I'll look it up. Ocarina of Time has Navi. Thank you. That's who you're thinking of with the annoying as fuck. Hey, listen! Shit. That does it too. But not nearly as much in her game in Majora's Mask. Okay, so here's the thing, right? The sidekicks I know that you can have, right? It's in this game, Midna, there's Navi, and then there's Fi. Fi, I remember, is from Skyward Sword. Fuck Navi and Fi. Midna is better than all of them, man. Midna is so bad, the best. What game is this, by the way? This is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Raise your hand if you think Midna's the best. Come on. So I actually did a save before I walked into the boss battle, so I can load that previous save. I did it on a separate slot. So I can load that if I want to do other side activities. That I haven't done yet. Oh, you like Navi better? Amazing? I'll droid raise his hand. And Chitara raised also. It's 3v1 amazing. You're the minority here. Also, this is my favorite Zelda game so far, and it was my favorite Zelda game before I even started playing this HD. Remember how I only got to the water temple and got stuck on the original Wii version when I was like 9 years old? But this is totally still, after playing through this now I've played 5 Zelda games and finished 2! Not finished the other 3 that was on Game Boy Advance, but I finished Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on Wii U, but I haven't finished Zelda 3, Minish Cap, or Four Swords that is on Nintendo Game Boy Advance. But this is my favorite Zelda, totally. Love this Zelda. Good Zelda. But Jesus Christ, this game was so puzzle-heavy, endgame. Holy shit, there wasn't enough exposition endgame, so that's a definite complaint. And I also have a definite complaint in the fact that Nintendo doesn't allow you to change fucking audio options in the game, which really is annoying when streaming, because you have to change some of the stream audio due to it, and it becomes annoying due to it. And it's also annoying the fact that this game was, the hero mode that they added in the HD version, the game was totally not built for it. The fact that, you know, like, the beep noise you get when you get under 2 hearts is really annoying in my opinion, and it's annoying that you can't turn it off. I wish they would have added an option to turn that off. And, because, you know, when you die, you only start with 3 health, so you often have to deal with that fucking beep noise. And it's also annoying the fact that in the boss battles, if you die and have to click retry, and you have to click retry, you know, then it's, then you get stuck down there on 3 health, and you often fucking fail because the game expects you. A game is built around having pots or other things you can break around the boss arena to get health, which ends in often, many times, having to load previous games, or I didn't do that much, but sometimes, and go in and get healing items and stuff for the boss battle, or looking up guides so you can do it perfectly so you don't have to fucking retry it like 100 times. And yeah, I mean, as I said, it's nothing much more to say, really. The game really isn't built for hero mode. It's something tacked on to say that they had another difficulty, but I really think that they should have built the mechanics around it more. But nonetheless, I'm really glad this game got an HD remaster. I was really happy when it got announced, considering back in October I got a Wii U nunchuck, and this is the nunchuck in the left hand, and the long remote also in the right hand. I got those very cheap, but I bought them, and but I didn't buy Twilight Princess. I was prepared to buy Twilight Princess, but I didn't do it because I got announcement of that leak out of that listing in Japan that turns out being like 95% of the times where things get leaked from it, it turns out to be right. And that leak that had came out just a little while after I bought those was Twilight Princess HD. So I decided to hold off, and that was a good decision because a month after this was announced. So I'm really happy about that. Really happy my favorite Zelda game now is available in HD. And I recommend the game. It's a fun game. I like the game overall, but again, too puzzle heavy in the end game. Could have wished for more exposition in the between times, because the exposition times was my favorites, not the temple ones. The temple ones, I am not a puzzle guy. I'm not really a fan of puzzles, but that's how it is. Shadow and light are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. I know the reason the goddesses left the mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. That was a hand down, by the way. Fairy's the best. Yeah, fuck you, Droider. You don't know shit. Yes. No, Ocarina of Time is the best. That game is legendary. I ain't arguing which one is the best game. I haven't played Ocarina of Time, but I'm saying that this is my favorite Zelda game, though. I like this Zelda game. That's all I'm saying. Got to level 170 now. Ooh, I'm like level 178, so you're not far below mine now. I think that's enough Blood Bowl for today. I have a headache. Oh, really? Yes, that's what I believe. Zelda, your words are kind and your heart is true. But I mean, Ocarina of Time, it's the most fans' favorite Zelda game. Most people like that one the most, so. But this is my favorite. I would love to have that cape that she has. That cape looks fucking sick. I'd love to have that. I see you later? But you mean I'll see you later? I don't know. Goodbye, Midna. It was her almost confessing her emotions, then going with just, and I'll see you later. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm a little bit bad that I missed that. So Chitara, you've played a lot of the Zelda games, haven't you? What's your, like, top 3 Zelda games, in your opinion? I don't know if I've asked you that before. I think I asked that to another guy. It was that other guy, I believe I asked that to. Super Mario Club? Midna has truly destroyed the mirror of Twilight, and she is the Twilight Princess. I have run it. Right. Yeah, no, she can destroy it because she is the true leader of the Twilight. So she could destroy it. Zand couldn't, he could just break it into parts. So, I mean, in this universe, this is really said that we'll never see her again. That's really the lore behind it, or, you know, the story behind it, I suppose. Pretty sad, because I like Midna. Maybe she'll return in some other Zelda. Who knows? Maybe in the one that's being in making. Probably won't. Maybe it's best that way. I can only speculate. The puzzle with those two guys out in the temple area, the old temple area, that was actually my favorite puzzle in the game. Because it was something you understood. You understood what you needed to do. I mean, like, you understood the mechanics of it all. It wasn't any surprise, but, you know, it was quite the thinker. But it was actually my favorite puzzle. It was one of the hardest, too. Overall, when it comes to hardest and easiest temples, I mean, Forest and Goron Temple were the easiest. And when it comes to hardest, I would actually think that the hardest one, in my opinion, was actually the Water Temple. But second, at a very close second, for that matter, was Temple in the Sky, I would say. It's kind of a toss-up for number. From one as I have a place in my heart for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I love Ocarina of Time, it's my first 3D Zelda. But Majora's Mask has so much more story to it, and it's much more in-depth with its story. You could say it's kind of a precursor to how big the story about Twilight Princess was. What do you mean? Oh, Satoru Iwata, rest in peace. Precursor to how... What do you mean by that? Precursor to the story of Twilight Princess was. What do you mean by that? Definitely number 2 was Wind Waker, with a close third being Princess. It's not Skyward Sword. Okay. Haven't we already seen the credits? Oh, well, I guess it's the staff. I guess the other people weren't staff. Look at how large Twilight Princess' story was, and it'll give you an idea as to just how large Majora's Mask itself was. How? I don't understand how that works. What do you mean by that? Would you say Majora's Mask was bigger, or what do you mean? But I mean, yeah, the story was about 40 hours long for me. 37 hours for the how long to beat average, but for me, it was 40 hours about. And that's a good time. That's a long story. But I mean, the game, Nintendo, they gotta give you an experience if it's single-player experience only, you know? So they have to put content in there. And in the Zelda games, they certainly do. So, Hero Mode wasn't really that difficult in my opinion. No. Hero Mode was just annoying. It was really annoying. You died a lot, you had to deal with the beeping and shit like that. It was just annoying more, because you have to die a lot because of the game's mechanics not being built around Hero Mode. And I liked also when we beat the Snow Temple, that you actually got hearts. That was the only time in the game you actually got hearts to drop on Hero Mode. Love hearts, filled with sperm. So, while both stories definitely can draw a player in, which is a good thing, Majora and Twilight both are very long games. If you try to do them 100%, both were pretty dark, but they were fun too. Yeah, many people hated on Twilight Princess for being too dark. If you ask me, I like more of the dark story. And I know Majora's Mask is very morbid and stuff in its darkness too. Here's the thing, I could load these games. This one is with the Wolf Link and the challenge thing that you could do. These two were just before the boss door though. I did two once in case you had to save another time maybe at the end. You didn't have to do that, but in case. So I would have one to go back to. But I can click any of them, doesn't matter. This is just before the boss door, so I can do side content and stuff as I feel like it. But this was my The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD playthrough. And we got 20 parts. Nice round number. Favorite Zelda game. Really good Zelda game. I really like it. Again, too much puzzle focused about the end game if you ask me. There should have been more exposition in between the temples. But nonetheless, really good. And if you didn't condone with me using a bunch of guides by endgame in the puzzles, then that's up to you. But, I mean, I feel that I don't want to be stuck on a puzzle for a bunch of time, and I got kind of tired of it, so... But I did, in my opinion, the hardest puzzle completely without guides, which was the water temple. I did without guides. I think I started using guides by the desert temple. I don't know if I used guides on that. I think so. So before that I didn't use guides at all though. But I used guides little on desert temple, but then I started using them a bit more. But I think it's completely okay, because I don't find puzzling that fun, honestly. But otherwise I really like the Zelda games. Some epic stories. And I like games with a good story. According to the time I could finish within a day or two, I played it over enough, but Majora's Mask would take me a little, like a week, since there's so much to do, and you have only a short time to play it in-game. Yeah, but you can, like, reset the time, like, infinitely if you want, so... Even though, yeah, a bunch of other things reset, it's not just the time. I know that because I watched This Is How You Don't Play with Phil Burnell, aka DSP, Darkside Phil, of his Majora's Mask, and I mean, you can reset the time, but I know that a bunch of other things reset too, so you have to kind of like do one, if I get it right, if I remember right, you have to do like one NPC's storyline. And then when you've completed that, then you kind of like reset the time, and it will reset that NPC storyline, right, or the objectives. But you will still keep the rewards and stuff you were given, I believe. I believe that's kind of how it worked, right? Steamcommunity.com/group sissycum. Nice. I don't even know what all that text is trying to say. I bet I'd understand most of it. But yeah, this was my playthrough. Thank you for watching if you're watching on YouTube, and you guys here on the stream. I don't know if I'll be playing any other Zelda game before the release of the Zelda game that's releasing this year. We'll see if I'll be playing any Zelda game before that. I don't know. But this will be the part that contain the ending. We'll see if I'll be coming in some more, if I'll be streaming or recording myself doing, and putting up on YouTube, you know, doing some more of the side stuff that you can do now after completing it. We'll see if I'll be recording that, and streaming it, we'll see. Because, you know, there's side stuff you can do, we'll see if I'll do it sometime. But this was the ending part. And yeah. I'll see you all in another playthrough. This was cool. I like this. But yeah, don't know if I'll be playing any Zelda game until the next one. The 2016 one is released. That's releasing this year. That one I am gonna play. I know I will. But before that, don't know. No promises. Anyways. I think it's some semen drinking group. Right. Anyways. Thank you for watching.